Okay, guys, so we're back in the kitchen now, and we're going to start working on ribs first.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to turn it over to Shane because he's the pro, and I'm going to stay out of the way. I'm going to be his little assistant. So he's going to show you how to prep everything, and then we're going to take it out to the smoker.
So I think for good ribs, honestly, a lot of people overcomplicate them. Ribs are pretty simple cook processes, or they can be really complicated if you want them to be. These are just great backyard ribs, right? We're in your backyard, so let's just make ribs that are good to eat. So let's not put a lot of fuss into it. You know, there's a lot of debate as to, you know, should you pull the silver skin, should you not? I've heard it both ways. I always pull the silver skin. It's kind of a competition habit. And it's really just to keep me in practice for competition, to be honest with you. But it is, it's optional, even though I would still recommend doing it. So since we're going to do these just to stay in practice, we will pull the silver skin. And everyone looks for like this magic bullet on how to do it. Honestly, your old trusty butter knife or spoon. The handle, if you've got a real thin one, works great. If not, just the edge. And all I do, you find a bone, kind of press on it, and you'll feel the difference. I go in right beside the bone, just work it in a little bit, and just pry up. And then just a little at a time, work it side to side. Now you can totally use, you know, a paper towel for a better grip. But once you have your fingers underneath there, and you just work it just a little at a time, you find you don't need the paper towel as much. And in my world, when you've done, you know, your 75th rib for the day, as far as cooking for large groups, the towel just gets in the way, so I just kind of learned to do without it. One other thing we also do, we will typically trim this flap. Now for the backyard, totally optional. This may char up a little bit, but I gotta be honest with you, I kind of like the char. So I would either leave it, or if you do trim it, we call these Scooby Snacks. All the pitmasters cherish this little flap of meat right here. We will throw them off to the side of the rib, cook them by themselves, and they're usually done in about 45 minutes, so it gives us a good snack while we're waiting for the ribs. So what I like to do is I'll kind of look the rib over, see if there's any just huge fat deposits, because no one really wants a big, you know, face full of fat. I'll check both sides, and you'll notice on this end, you got a little silver skin here, and that can turn out a little tough sometimes. If I were in competition, I would just real shallow, just get underneath that, and just kind of peel it back. And Jack has a great set of knives here. I love these. I actually may end up buying these. These are fantastic. Now, I'd go further if I was in competition. I'd really square this up so it's just beautiful, right? So you get this perfect rectangle. But man, this is good eats. Let's save all the meat and make sure it gets in our bellies, not in the trash can. So after this, we can season. So in the competition world, you see a lot of guys, they'll rub this down with mustard. And, you know, they'll make some grandiose statement about, oh, it helps tenderize them and things of that nature. And I guess it can. The real value of mustard, honestly, it's twofold. One is that it helps hold the rub on that you're going to put on there. Two, mustard is basically oil, vinegar, and mustard powdered. So that vinegar and oil in there helps break down some of your rub once you apply it and gets it further in the meat. But again, we're doing just good old backyard ribs today. We're going to use the GRILLA GRILLS all-purpose rub. And when they say all-purpose, they mean it. I use this stuff on popcorn, ribs, chicken, you name it. It's generally a replacement for salt and pepper for me, and I love it. And put a real good coat on. Don't be shy with it. Don't get nuts with it, because it will burn up a little bit if you get a little too heavy-handed. But I don't know if the camera picks it up, but to see the nice granules in there, nice turbinado sugar, nice, oh man, the kitchen smells great. You smell the herbs in it. And we'll get the backside. Don't like one-sided food. You gotta season everything here. I recommend letting these rest on the counter for about 30 to 45 minutes before you put them on the grill. Not a requirement, but I just like giving that rub a chance to really get into the meat and the ribs come up to temperature a little bit before we go directly on the grill.
Shane's going to put all the meat on. We may have to play musical meat, so bear with us as we get our logistics down. See how this goes. So you got one back there. Ooh, look at that. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it, dude. One there. And even if I gotta cut my rib racks in half, you're cool with that. But I'm gonna let the master do his work. It's almost like a competition right now, just to see if we can get all our meat on there. Okay. There's chicken number 3. Chicken number 4. I think I know what he's gonna do here. Nice. Rack number 1. Look at that. Look at that. And then watch, he's gonna rotate, alternate, right? Yep. The thin side on one side, thick on other. I see what he's doing. And the third rack. Oh my goodness. This is unbelievable, guys. This is absolutely unbelievable. 4 chickens, 3 racks of ribs comfortably in the GRILLA grill. So the flat meat, that little flat piece of meat, right?
The flap that I trimmed off.
He gave it to me. It's gorgeous. I'm going to show you. I'm speechless. This is stupid. All right. This, I took a bite. I took a bite, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much. That seasoning's great. The flavor's amazing. You can taste the smoke. This is one of the best pieces of rib meat I put in my mouth on the show to date. And what did you tell me?
I hoodwinked you, man. I didn't season that at all. That's strictly the pit and that piece of meat. That's it.
No lie. If you guys never believe a word I say, believe this. This is the best smoke I've ever done, the best flavor that has been infused in meat. I still believe he's lying, but there's so much flavor in this. I thought he seasoned it, and you have no seasoning at all.
No.
Strictly the meat and the smoke. That's all this is. I may not have to touch the ribs at all. And what did you say when you were trying yours?
I will say those mesquite pellets in that silverback today laid down some of the best flavor I've had off a pellet pit. I don't know if it's the humidity. I don't know if there's something special with that silverback, but man, it really performed today. It's fantastic.
Let's show them up close.
Yeah, absolutely. People always complain with pellet pits that you can't get color and you can't get good smoke down in the meat. But look at this. Look at this. This is all smoke ring. This is all beautiful bark and all done without the use of any seasoning. So if this is this good, how good do you think those are with that all-purpose rub on there? They're going to be amazing.
All right. Can we cut into them now?
Oh yeah, let's do it. All right, so now it's time for the proofs in the pudding, right? So we give a little cut here. Look at this. No trickery. Look how juicy these are. They're so hot I can barely squeeze them though. They literally just came off the pit. But the ultimate proofs in the pudding. Jack has had the ribs off other pits and done other ways. So we got to get him to be the final judge on how good the silverback did.
All right, you ready?
All right.
Go.
Oh, man. How about that rub? How about that smoke?
Oh, man.
If there's any question about were they perfectly done or not, right there.
Right off the bone. Right
Beautiful.
Off the bone. Okay, guys, you guys know that Traeger's been with me for a while. I love my Traeger, but I'm going to tell you right now, GRILLA Grills beats them on flavor. These are the best ribs this show's ever seen. Beats them on price. $6.99 for that thing, including shipping. Are you kidding me? Right? Beats them on construction. Beats them on design. Beats them on the grill. Gives you an extra grill. You don't have to order it. I'm really blown away. I'm really impressed. And I can't wait for the rest of the summer because it's a GRILLA Grill summer. I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you, Shane, for being on the show.
My pleasure.